All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about a topic that's on a lot of people's minds, but often feels totally out of reach: becoming a millionaire. What's interesting, though, is that the road to get there might be way more doable than you think.
So, when I say the word millionaire, what's the first thing that pops into your head? You probably picture someone with a supercar, a closet full of designer clothes, right? Well, it turns out that popular image is pretty much all fiction.
And this is where that whole stereotype just completely falls apart. The data shows that your average everyday millionaire isn't living some crazy over-the-top lifestyle. Nope. They're much more likely to be driving a totally normal car and living right down the street in a regular neighborhood. And get this, we're not talking about some tiny, super exclusive club. Check out this number, 23 million. That's how many millionaire households there are in the US alone. So yeah, this isn't just for a handful of people. It's an absolutely achievable goal for many.
So, what's the big secret? Well, it's not really a secret. It's less about your job title or how much you make, and it's all about your habits. It's about being disciplined and smart with your money, which, hey, is a perfect segue into our paths for getting there.
All right, path number one. This one is probably the easiest way to get started because it uses something most of us already have, a job. Think of it as putting your wealth building on cruise control.
And the classic example here, your 401k. Seriously, this is the path of least resistance. The money just vanishes from your paycheck, out of sight, out of mind. You get a nice little tax deduction. And the best part? The employer match. That is, and I mean this, literally free money. You have to take it.
And if you're wondering, does this actually work? Oh, yeah. Just look at this. At Fidelity alone, there are over 500,000 401k millionaires. That's just one investment company. It just goes to show you that slow, steady, automatic approach, it really, really works.
Now, still within that first path, there's another workplace tool. But this one's, well, it's a bit of a wild card. We're talking about equity compensation. Basically, instead of just getting a paycheck, the company gives you a piece of the pie. You get ownership.
But, and this is a big but, it's a total double-edged sword. You hear those crazy stories, right? The tech startup employee who becomes a millionaire overnight? That can happen. But what you don't hear about are the thousands of people whose stock options end up being worth absolutely nothing. It is the ultimate high-risk, high-reward play.
Okay, let's move on. We're going to shift away from paper assets and talk about something a little more tangible, something you can literally stand on. Yep, path number 2 is all about real estate.
So within real estate, there are really two main ways to go about it. The first is just owning the home you live in. Every time you make a mortgage payment, you're basically paying yourself by building up that equity. The other way is to own rental properties. This is where other people, your tenants, are paying down your mortgage for you. Both are super powerful ways to build your net worth over time.
Okay, on to path number 3. This one's for all the entrepreneurs out there, the folks who want to be their own boss. We're talking about starting your own business.
And this question right here, it's everything. Why make money for someone else when you can make it for yourself? I mean, it makes perfect sense, right? A huge chunk of millionaires are business owners for this exact reason. They took the leap. Now, let's be real, it's not a walk in the park. It takes a ton of work. But it doesn't have to be some giant corporation. It could be a side hustle, a freelance gig, anything. The point is, you get control. You get potential for way more income. And you unlock some really interesting tax benefits you just can't get as a regular employee. So we've got our 3 main paths: investing through your job, building wealth with real estate, and starting your own business. They're all solid, but honestly, none of them matter without this next part.
And here it is. This is the single most important piece of advice. The hardest part isn't finding the money. It's not coming up with some genius plan. It's just starting. It's getting over that initial hump, that inertia, and just doing something.
You know why? Because time is your superpower. It is the ultimate cheat code for building wealth. Thanks to the magic of compounding, the sooner you start, the easier it is. Your money does the heavy lifting for you. Seriously, every single day you put it off, you're giving up your most powerful tool.
So that brings us to the final question. And it's really a question for you. It's not about having thousands of dollars to invest right now. It's about starting small, starting today. So think about it. What is the $1, the one action you're going to put towards your future right now?